Alright guys, hit that like button, hit subscribe button, leave a comment. So here's what I got going on. I've been working on the Sidecar. Started really getting into it yesterday, and found one problem that I think needs to be pointed out. The bracket right here, which bolts to the back of this, which bolts to the frame. So up here, it fits really good. Down here, it fits just fine. Problem right here is the frame actually thins up and gets taller. So when you put this on here, it doesn't fit. You can see the, let me jam it on there real quick and you guys can see the gap. That gap right there. So basically, if you put this one on, you put this one on, and you get this one on, and then you crank them all down, you're going to end up smashing your frame right here, which is also going to pull on these welds that are right here, and also weaken the metal. So you're going to end up with a break. Now, it's not a big deal. All you have to do is reform this to fit this. I know these sidecars are from the factory, they're designed to go on all kinds of electric bikes and stuff like that. So I don't know if they just didn't realize that they would need a third bracket that would be shaped a little bit different. Probably didn't. And if they put these on bikes, they crush this, because that's the only way that's going to fit around that is by crushing that, because that steel is not going to bend. This aluminum is so soft it's going to crush itself. So like I said, it's not a big deal. I'll reform it and everything in the video and show you guys how I did it. But I just want to put something out there for this, and kind of like a heads up to anybody that's putting a Sidecar on their Fat Moto. I even tested this on my all-terrain, because this is a newer model, and I tested on my old all-terrain. Same thing, no difference. Because I thought maybe it's because of the year, maybe they changed some of the frame a little bit. It's with all the Fat Motos. So with that said, we just got to reform the bracket, and hopefully nobody's crushed their frame yet putting one of these on there. Now the other thing is, I've been getting a lot of people kind of confused on why I built this. And this is how I've always done. I've been doing this since 2011. I've always built my bikes from scratch, 2 strokes, 4 strokes. And the biggest reason I built this thing was the fact that this is my wife's bike. And I can't just be tearing this bike down constantly and riding it and tearing it down, riding it and tearing it down. I want her to enjoy her bike. So I just went down to Harbor Freight and got a 79cc engine and put that on there, which, to be honest, that motor right there makes a hell of a difference from the stock motor on this bike. And I did make a front motor mount, which I think I've shown that already. And but yeah, so now the good thing about this one though, I built it to where I can take the head off. There's enough room in there now. I can pull the head off without pulling the whole engine off every time I have to, because I probably pulled the engine off this thing probably like at least 20 times. And now I won't have to do that no more. Now I was going to do the ride video on this thing, but every time you take off, it would buck really hard, where the clutch is grab, not grab, not grab, grab, not grab. And it's not good, because it'll shake the hell out of it pretty much destroy your bike, your jack shaft, your bearings. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a high performance clutch or anything like that. So what we're going to do is, I took the clutch apart, and get out of the light. These pads right here, there's 6 of them, and basically where there's a gap, you leave your pad there. We're going to take these 3 that are all right here, and my bandsaw blades will be here tomorrow. We're going to cut these in half, equal halves, and then we'll round the edges off and everything, put it in there. And then for right now, I took 2 coils off this spring. So basically what I'm trying to do is get this thing to start engaging around 3,000 RPM. instead of, I think it was like 2,000 RPM it was grabbing, so which the reason it's bucking is because it doesn't have enough RPM to get going. And it's also probably going to make this thing a lot more fun to ride, and it might make it even faster because I'm catching it at a higher RPM, so it's going to have better takeoff and all around just better. So when the blades get here tomorrow, I will be doing that, getting that done. But yeah, that is the main reason why I built this bike. And also too, like I said, this is all I've ever done is you take a beach cruiser frame, and I love the Cranbrooks. Every time I see one that's really cheap, I grab it up because the frames they're easy to work on, easy to build on. And the other thing too is this is the bike that was in that video that I did do 50 mile an hour with the Phantom motor on it. This was the frame and the wheel combo setup with the seat and everything that I did. The handlebars are off my BMX stolen bike, and then that's a brand new crank, the wider crank, because you got to have the wider crank to be able to clear the side cover of the engine, plus clear the clutch on the other side. So yeah, that's what I got going on, and like I said, I just want to warn people about that, because you will damage your frame trying to put that on there. So I will probably today start shaping that bracket and try to get this. I need to get this video done. I've been wanting to get it done. It's just I want to make sure it's done right, and especially since my wife's going to be riding it and my son's going to be in it, so I want it to be right.